Oh, this thing's on. Hi. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this new fangled technology. Moving pictures have only been around for, I don't know, about 20 years now. I'm still getting used to it. Anyways, my name is Dr. Henry Jones Jr., and I am a archaeologist, as you may have guessed. And today we are going to discuss the social structures of ancient Egypt and how they are similar to the structure of the pyramid. Right, let's get started. Well, first, at the very top of the pyramid, we have the pharaohs. The pharaohs are the rulers of Upper and Lower Egypt. Pharaoh is another way to say ruler, king, emperor, whatever it is. It means he's in charge of a huge, wealthy, vast empire that is dominate in the region for thousands of years. So, as you can see in this sarcophagus, pharaohs have a lot of gold. They are wealthy. This is because Egypt is an agricultural powerhouse. It is a major trade powerhouse. And because of all its power and wealth, what the pharaoh says goes. All right, going one step down on the pyramid, we have the priests and the nobles. Here I have a statue that may have belonged to a priest or a noble that I found in the tomb when I was in Egypt. It is of a cat. Cats are considered one of the sacred animals in ancient Egyptian religion. It would be pretty good to be a priest. Your job is to placate the gods to make sure that they are happy. If they're happy, the Nile will continue to flood, rain will continue to fall, and Egypt will prosper. They had nice places to live and were well respected. If you're a noble, you own lots of land, you have a nice house, things go pretty well for you. You have people who work for you, farmers and artisans, and they make sure that you have all the things that you need because what do you give them? Land. They can't farm without it. So it's pretty good to be a noble or a priest. All right, moving on down the pyramid, we have traders, shopkeepers, artisans, and scribes. Now, all of these positions are important because Egypt is made out of cities. In cities, you need all of these people for different reasons. The traders trade with different countries to get goods like silk, food, precious stones, gold, other things that maybe aren't as plentiful in Egypt as in other places. The traders bring these goods to shopkeepers who sell them. Also, shopkeepers need things to sell their things in. There's no plastic or Tupperware, so we have artisans who make vases to put these goods in. We also have artisans who make sculptures for religious purposes, for the pharaoh, things like that. And scribes write things down in hieroglyphics, like on this scarab beetle. Now, scribes are important because in cities you have taxes, you have laws, and these people, they're bureaucrats, and their job is to make the government run. But all in all, being on this third level of the pyramid is a pretty good deal. You still have a nicer life than the people beneath you. All right, moving on down the pyramid to the fourth level, we have farmers and herders. And you might have guessed it right already. They farmed and they herded. Now, the farmers farmed along the banks of the Niles where there's rich soil from the annual flooding, and they grew lots of grains, wheat, barley, rye. These foods were staples of the Egyptian diet. Herders took care of goats, sheep, cows, for their meat, for their leather, for their cheese and milk, and for their wool to make clothing. But you still had to listen to nobles, you worked for nobles, and you didn't have as much freedom as maybe other members of society. All right, we finally made it down to the bottom of our social pyramid, and here we have countless numbers of unskilled laborers and slaves. The unskilled laborers and slaves had similar responsibilities, but life's a little bit nicer when you're not a slave. One thing that both groups did is they made bricks. The Egyptian pharaohs and nobles liked to build buildings and temples and other things, and that meant you need a lot of bricks and stone. Other workers would haul stone from quarries to build the pyramids and other monuments. Other laborers would gather water and take it to farmers so they could farm, and just basically doing anything that they are told. Especially if you're a slave, you don't really have a choice. The unskilled workers and slaves were the largest segment of the Egyptian population and had a lot of work to do. Without them, the civilization would not have thrived. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my presentation about the different social structures in ancient Egypt, and oh, hold on just a moment. Hello. Yes, Marcus. Oh, I understand. Okay. That might. Alright, I will pack a bag and I will try to get to Cairo by morning. Thank you. Well, it looks like old Adolf is at it again, trying to steal more Egyptian treasure that might have magical properties. I guess there's only one person who can stop him this time.